What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. If you have not subscribed yet, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are listening to this on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and turning on the light switch, and I really appreciate it that you are here. Let's just go ahead and get into this conversation/reality chat. Okay, if you've been watching The Real Housewives of Potomac from the very first season, and now it's on season 7, Ashley Darby, who's married to the weirdo Michael Darby, who is a very wealthy man. So let's just face it, that is why she's with him. I'm not saying that some love has not grown from her towards him over the years, but she definitely did not get with him because he was a hot looking guy who she just had this affection for. He had lots of cash, and that's the way some people are wired. And hey, I get it. She was securing herself. Well, they're currently going through a separation/divorce, but as we've seen these first few episodes of The Real Housewives of Potomac, earlier this year, during around the spring, it was announced that they were getting divorced. So now with the show airing beginning in the month of October of 2022, we're starting to see things that were going down then being aired now. And it's just really strange because she's gotten the 2 children. We saw previous seasons before she had a baby where she announced that there will be a Darby child. Like, she declared that, look, this marriage may not last forever, but I am going to have that baby because I have to secure some more things. And because he has been messy and he has been out there being unfaithful, pretty much, and has been embarrassed by him, she got her prenuptial agreement edited and updated. So she said now that she made it to a certain year mark in her marriage with him and also having the prenuptial agreement edited, that, you know, she's pretty good now. But here's the thing. This is what has just been revealed. And this is why I wanted to have a conversation about this. She's been sharing in these previous episodes that they're just not on the same page with a lot of things now. She said they used to do threesomes and she's just not open to doing that anymore. So I've talked about this previously, not a whole lot, but I've talked about women who subject themselves to opening up their bedroom to bring in someone else because this is what the man wants. Most women don't want to do that. They're mainly doing it to either please the man, and not even just to either please the man. They're doing it to please the man because it is a secure situation for them financially, and they don't want to throw a good thing away in terms of security. But when you're doing that, when you're selling yourself out pretty much, then you're not going to feel secure forever. It's a temporary fix. And most of these girls and women who do this stuff, they would never agree to doing this if it wasn't because, well, I'm getting something that I want over here. So in order to keep it that way, I'm going to have to do these things that I really don't want to do. Let's be clear. Ashley never wanted to do that. I don't care how young and vibrant and free and frisky and youthful appearing and just seeming to be lighthearted and not taking things seriously she tried to portray herself to be in the very beginning of them being on this show. She never wanted to do those things. She really was not down for it, but because he was the one who had all of the money. I mean, this is a man who used to own the Watergate Hotel. Like, seriously. That's big time. This isn't something she wanted to do. She was selling herself out for the sake of securing her future. And now that she has got the 2 kids, she secured it a bit more. But as we've been seeing, she's been searching to buy a house. And her family's like, girl, are you crazy? Because she's saying that they're going to buy the house together in an LLC. And her uncle said, look, are you 2 getting a divorce or are you going into business together? Like, this just doesn't make sense to us at all. And it doesn't make sense to most people. Who, if they're going through a divorce, would be buying a house with their soon-to-be ex husband. There may be a deal to say he's going to buy you a house. Okay, fine. But that's him buying you a house. Or, in the divorce decree, you all come to that agreement, divorce settlement, that he's going to purchase you and your children a house because you don't want to live in a condo anymore and you want to raise your 2 children in a house versus in an apartment or a condo. And hey, if it came to that, fine, but to have them purchasing it together, it seemed weird. But in this most recent episode, she shared that, yeah, they're going through this divorce because she's just not open to having threesomes anymore. And she was also a bit sad because she found out that he had a vasectomy done. Okay, if you're going through a separation and divorce, why would you care if he got a vasectomy? And she shares, well, it just kind of hurts because knowing that the possibility of us having another child together is no longer a thing. So to me, it really sounds like she was just playing around with some things to force his hand into getting him to buy her a house. Because she shared that he doesn't want to live in a house. He prefers living in a condo. He doesn't have to deal with the maintenance of the grounds and those different types of things that come along with that. They live in this condo. They've got the doormen and all other types of concierge services and things such as that. So that's the type of lifestyle he prefers. And it sounds like she's just over it. She wants to be in a house. And now I'm also thinking that she was also trying to get another child out of this situation, because I don't think that this man is a dummy. He may be creepy, but I don't think he's a dummy. And as much as she may have had that prenuptial agreement edited and updated after he has been unfaithful to her, and when I say unfaithful, I mean, I don't care what anyone says if they're down for the threesome thing or whatever. There's just something, in my opinion, being beautifully honest about it, wrong with that. And even if that man is bringing in another woman and you claim you're okay with that, that's just not the way marriages are supposed to be designed. And if you don't agree with marriages, then don't get married. But don't try to make marriage into something where you just have people in and out of your bedroom sharing that experience with you and your wife or whatever, because more often than not, like I said, those situations usually involve the man having another woman. It's hardly ever the woman saying, I want this other man to be in this bed with us. And the guy is like, okay. Because, hey, usually when it comes down to that, the man, if he's down for another man being there, he don't want the woman there anyway. He's like, okay, you can go and I'll take him. If we're just going to be real about it and be honest. But I feel that Ashley is not really wanting to get a divorce. She really wants to just continue the security of having this man being her husband, living the life that she desires to live. Some people do that. Some people have marriages where my husband lives here and I live here. My husband lives there, I live here, or vice versa. And we meet up, we do our thing, but we don't live together. And when we're together, we're together. And when we're not together, we're not together. And that's just the way that we do it. I think that's what she really wants more than a divorce. I do. I believe she's become comfortable with the fact that even though Michael is a creep, she's comfortable with the creep. And she would just prefer to keep things that way. But Michael is wanting her to continue to be down with the throuple and the foursomes or whatever, else he wants to do. And hey, Michael might be the one that would be the exception to the rule of when it comes to the threesomes, where the man is okay with having another man with the woman. But even with that, I feel that Michael would just prefer to be with Juan Dixon, who is engaged to and may never again marry Robin Dixon, but we shall see. Because Michael said he wanted to have a bachelor party in Vegas with just the two of them. Who does that? Okay. But Michael, I think he's just kind of like, I just want to live a life of pleasure. I'm a man of a certain age. I'm a creep. I'm down for whatever, but I don't really want to do the traditional marriage thing like that. But if you want to stop having the threesomes and things like that, then maybe we should just call it quits. And I think Ashley was just hoping that she would get a house out of the deal and possibly some more kids. And he's like, oh, I see what you're trying to do. So that's not happening. I'm not having any more kids. Period. So more will be revealed as this season goes on, but I really do not believe that Ashley truly wants a divorce. I believe Ashley wants a house, more kids, and more securing of the financials. That's what I truly believe she wants, but I don't believe she really wants a divorce. I believe she would want to be the type to say, you're closer to the grave now than you have been before, so let's just stay married and then I get everything once you die. That's what I believe she really wants. I don't believe she wants to get divorced. I believe she wants to stay with him until he dies. Okay? So you guys let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Always until the next time, this is Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest.